Hello again, CCW. My name is Manson Gray. 2 short weeks. We're 2 short weeks away from Stampede. And I made a promise. I said that I'm going to take off my mask and I'm going to let you all look in the face of the devil of CCW, and I'm going to keep that promise. But I've been talking to everyone, and I just want to talk to you now, and you know who you are. You've been very distracted lately. You've been focused on all of the wrong things. You see, I was there. I've been there the entire time. You could probably feel it. You could feel the hair standing up on the back of your neck when I was around. You didn't know it, but you could feel it. See, I was there for your shining moment where you flew so close to the sun. But do you know what happens when you fly too close to the sun? Your wings get burnt and you come crashing down to the ground. February 16th in Callahan, Florida, you're going to come crashing down harder than you ever have before. You see, I could say your name. We all know your name has been on my mind for months now. But I'm going to save it. I'll see you February 16th.
Hey there, wrestling fans. Brian Blitz here, and welcome to another exciting edition of Superstars of the Ring here at ccwrestling.biz. All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we move on with the rest of the show, I do want to address the gentleman at the top of this one, and that, of course, is Manson Gray. He has started to begin to leave us a lot of very cryptic messages, and he's speaking of a very prophetic tongue, if you will. He talks about who or what the devil might be, and who or what he may do at Stampede. You know, all of that is conjecture and remains to be seen. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a bit concerned, but in the same respect, I'm also very interested to see exactly where he takes this, and he will definitely be making a huge impact at Stampede. So you want to continue to follow along with us as we will no doubt get more messages from him in the coming weeks. All right, folks, speaking of Stampede, we, of course, are just a couple of short weeks away from the big annual event that, of course, is always highlighted by the 20-man over-the-top rope battle royal, where the winner of that match later on in the evening will receive a shot at the CCW championship. And it's also going to have several other matches. Another big one that was just announced due to a special stipulation in a recent match is the tag team championship. Now, as you know, not too long ago, Rock and Roll Chris Turner faced Shooter McGee in a Texas bull rope match, where the winner of the match, well, let me rephrase that. If Rock and Roll Chris Turner had won the match, then he and Logan Stevens would get a championship match against the CCW Tag Team Champions, the Diamond Exchange. Now, with that being said, if you watched last week's show, you know the Diamond Exchange was none too happy because Rock and Roll Chris Turner did win that match in a very brutal fashion, and it didn't please the champions too much. So what they said is they will agree to the match under the stipulation that it is a street fight. Obviously, Rock and Roll Chris Turner and Logan Stevens are never one to back down from a fight, so they had this to say.
First of all, Daniel, this has been going on way too long. Way too long. I'm sick and tired of you, dude. You weaseled your way out of a match in Lake City, Florida. Oh, you're hurt. You're hurt. Well, you know what? Come Stampede, you're going to have to call your doctors that I know you have on speed dial, because you know what this elbow, you know what this forearm will do to you. Look at Chris Turner. Shooter is coming for you.
It doesn't matter how, what we have to do, but we're in there now. We're in there, so whatever it takes, whatever kind of match, whatever, we're going to kick your asses all over Callahan. I can't find a better partner than Logan. We've been down the roads plenty of times. So Shooter, Daniel, it's time to get down and prove who is the better tag team.
This right here is the same shirt that Rock and Roll Chris Turner wore in the match that he just spoke about. This right here is the blood that Shooter McGee shed in that match that led to what's going to be the Tag Team Championship match at Stampede. This is not for the faint of heart, ladies and gentlemen. Rock and Roll Chris Turner and Logan Stevens are as fired up as I've ever seen them. I've known them both for 10 years, and I'm going to tell you right now, I have never seen Logan Stevens in a more fired up state. I have never seen Rock and Roll Chris Turner more angry than he is right now. And I got to tell you, as far as the Diamond Exchange is concerned, they are in for a fight, and a fight that I hope that they are prepared to return, because it is not going to be for the faint of heart. Now, speaking of faint of heart, another gentleman that has always instilled fear in the eyes of not just the fans, in the eyes of the superstars, certainly in my eyes for sure, is our CCW champion, the Outlaw Jamie McKinnon. And on this week's show, he is going to continue to do so much more damage to more superstars. And this week's opponent is going to be the American Prodigy.
All right, we're going to get you down to some action here. And coming to the ring first, we have our alternative champion, the American Prodigy. You see him slapping hands with fans. He is a fan favorite here in CCW. The fans love the American Prodigy. And he's going to have a challenge to his hands tonight. This is not for either title, but it is a match we've seen before, and a match that American Prodigy requested. He wants to prove himself, and he wants to take out the best. And right now, the best in CCW is the Outlaw Jamie McKinnon, and he has been for a long time. That's what the American Prodigy wants to do. He wants to prove that he is better than this man. And you hear that song. Everyone knows when that song plays who's coming to the ring. That ominous song. It's the Outlaws' music. The fans know it. The wrestlers know it. And he's never in a hurry to get to the ring. Jamie takes his time. He has no reason to be in a hurry. He's the champion. He says that CCW is on his time, not the other way around. He doesn't work on CCW's time. You can see him pacing behind the curtain, and there he almost came out. Like I said, he's going to come out on his time. He's going to take as much time as he wants. This is almost a mind game here. He can get in the head of the American Prodigy, and there he is, the Outlaw. Got people throwing stuff at him. The Outlaw, Jamie McKinnon. A little bit of a different attitude here tonight from Jamie, not even acknowledging some of the more animated fans in the crowd here. He took a look at him. Usually Jamie would be yelling and screaming at these fans, but Jamie is not even paying attention to him tonight. Jamie hands the belt to the ref. The ref's going to show the belt to the American Prodigy. And Jamie waiting for the ref to lower that rope, and the ref does it. And we're underway right now. We are quickly underway here. Oh, my goodness. You hear those chops. And Jamie just feeds American Prodigy onto that table. Now Jamie's getting in the face of the fans. The ref's trying to get control of this. The security's trying to get control of this. Ooh, Jamie actually slapping one of the fans. This is out of hand. And another shot on the table into The ring announcer, he's going to get out of there, rightfully so. Jamie keeps saying to the fan, this is your fault. What's happening to American Prodigy is because of the fans. That's what Jamie's saying. This is their fault.
Yeah. Remember when Sid Vicious helicoptered you? Yeah, remember that?
Oh, he almost slammed AP into that rail and then he waited. He's walking him around the ring. Jamie McKinnon is having his way with the American Prodigy. Oh, slammed into the hardest part of the ring. That is pure steel in that part of the ring. That is the hardest part of the ring. Jamie is just having his way with the American Prodigy. Right into that guardrail, face first. My God. This is brutal. This is a brutal match. Just more chops. Those chops from Jamie McKinnon are brutal. I would not want to feel those. Those are brutal. Oh, Jamie misses, puts his arm over the rail. American Prodigy now working on the arm, taking advantage, but Jamie pulls him into a headlock. And American Prodigy pushes Jamie into the turnbuckle post there. Oh, and a nice shot by Jamie to the jaw of American Prodigy. Right to the jaw. That could have knocked him out. He seems to be out cold. American Prodigy looks like he is out. Nice shot. Got him. Jamie coming back around to these fans. He's had some words with these fans. He's opening the guardrail. Jamie is opening the guardrail. Offering the fans a chance to come in the ring. The ref stepping out here trying to stop this from happening. He keeps saying it again. Those ominous words, this is your fault. I don't think that's good for the American Prodigy. Oh, a shot to the head on that turnbuckle. There it is again. This is your fault. Oh, you hear those chops. Just over and over and over again, these shots. Jamie is in a mood tonight. And American Prodigy might have picked the wrong night. Nice crossbody by the American Prodigy, going for the cover. One. Only a 1 count there, though. Not quite enough. Nice clothesline by American Prodigy, but he is stumbling. He is hurting from the punishment he took in this match. And he took a lot of it. Nice dropkick by American Prodigy, trying to do something. Hit Jamie McKinnon right in the arm, trying to get some offense going, but he is so beat down from the beginning. There we go. He's trying. You can see him trying, but he doesn't have much behind those punches. He just doesn't have much. He says he's going to break Jamie's arm. He's pounding on it, hurting his arm.
I need some gravy.
That's huge. Ugh. Wrenching on the arm that he just pounded. Jamie could be in trouble now. Finally, American Prodigy able to do something to Jamie McKinnon. He says he's going to break his arm. American Prodigy, we haven't seen this side of him before. Jamie's trying to fight his way out of it. Let's see if he can. Here we go. Prodigy's taking him back down, though. And a leg drop on the arm. Jamie McKinnon could be hurt. He could have a hurt arm here. He could have a broken arm. American Prodigy celebrating a little bit. And another crossbody. The ref's there. 1, 2. Oh, only a 1 count again. Jamie McKinnon is not going to stay down. That was another 1 count there. American Prodigy going right back to that arm. A very smart maneuver. Find a spot where you can weaken Jamie and get him weak. The ref's checking. He's on the ropes. American Prodigy has to break. 2, 3, and he breaks. American Prodigy knows what this win could mean for his career, so he is pulling out all the stops, playing a little more vicious than normal. Oh my gosh, but Jamie, the damage American Prodigy has done might only have made Jamie a little more mad, which I don't want to see a more angry Jamie McKinnon. That is not something I want to see. And I don't think that's something that the American Prodigy wants to see either, if I'm being honest. These fans have made Jamie mad. And a nice spine buster by Jamie McKinnon. American Prodigy has been flattened. 1, 2. And the Prodigy kicks out. And you hear Jamie, bad idea, he says to the American Prodigy. That is, we've seen this before. That is not good when Jamie says that. That is never good when Jamie says that. That is not something you want to see. There's a chop from the outlaw, Jamie McKinnon. And an elbow drop there. American Prodigy is in some pain now. You can hear him screaming through that mask. He is in some pain. Jamie telling the ref to ask him if he wants to quit. The ref's checking. American Prodigy says he's going to keep going. Another elbow to the chest. There's a pin. 1, 2. The ref informing Jamie that his foot is on the rope, so the count has to stop. Now he's getting in the ref's face. The ref's explaining to Jamie that it's the rules. But you can just see the fire building in Jamie's eyes. He is getting frustrated in this match. The fans are frustrating Jamie. American Prodigy is frustrating Jamie. And now this just looks... What do we got going here? Another spinning elbow drop. 1, 2. Prodigy kicks out again. Jamie's asking what's wrong with him. Why is he kicking out? Why does he want this punishment? The fans chant USA, trying to get the American Prodigy back into this match. Jamie has been in full control. And he's just getting more and more mad. The more American Prodigy kicks out, Jamie gets more and more mad. Prodigy on the outside with another shot to that arm of Jamie's. And the code breaker. Jamie stumbles into the ropes. He's still on his feet though. The ropes, I think, saved Jamie from the blunt force of that move. I think Jamie would have been done if he would have taken that full move, but the ropes were there to kind of break his fall. And a lariat by Jamie, that is... Oh boy, that is it. We have seen Jamie close out many men with that move right there, and that is going to be it. Jamie with a 1, 2. Jamie forcing the American Prodigy shoulders up, looking the ref in the eyes as he does it. Jamie has had this new fixation with hurting people. Jamie wants to end careers. The American Prodigy is... Oh no, this is not good. Not an illegal move here. Ah, pile driver right to the neck. Not an illegal move here in CCW, but we saw what Jamie did to Kikino with that move. We've seen him take people out in careers. Finally, this match looks like it's going to be over. 1, 2, and Jamie pulls him up again. Jamie pulls the American Prodigy up again. And he's saying this is their fault to the fans. He's saying this is their fault. American Prodigy is lifeless. The ref's checking on AP here. But he is lifeless. Another one. The ref's trying to stop Jamie from doing this. Like I said, this move is, oh my gosh, this move is not illegal, but it is devastating. The ref again stopping the count because Jamie pulls the shoulders up. Jamie keeps saying it. He keeps saying to the fans, this is your fault. That has been the theme of this. He's saying, this is your fault. What is happening to the American Prodigy right now is the fault of the fans in Jamie's eyes. Jamie is showing the fans what he's capable of because of what they have been saying to him and about him. Jamie McKinnon feels like he is the champion of CCW and he deserves respect from these fans. Whether it's true or not, Jamie feels like they are not giving him the respect he deserves. Here goes another one. Another pile driver to the neck of American Prodigy. 1, 2. Jamie stops the cover again, gets off the cover, gets in the ref's face. The ref wants to check on American Prodigy here. It looks like a head injury, maybe a neck injury. This could be brutal. This could be bad. Checking on him.
Get in here, I'll pile drive you. Come on, Jamie, come on. Jamie, come on. Come on. No, he's done, Jamie, he's done. Come on. I'll disqualify you, Jamie.
The ref saying he's done, that American Prodigy can't go anymore, and Jamie says, I'll tell you when he's done. The ref says if he does it again, he'll disqualify Jamie.
He's done. I will disqualify you. I'll say when he's done. He's hurt, Jamie.
He's saying it again. He said he's not done till I break his neck. Jamie going for it again. Oh, that one was brutal. That one was on the neck. The ref's ringing the bell. The ref just disqualified Jamie McKinnon. He said he was done. The ref is disqualifying Jamie. Jamie is not happy. I would not want to be that ref right now. The ref kind of throws the hand of Jamie down. This is a bold move. He can't move. American Prodigy cannot move. This is brutal. We do not want to see this. This is a bad ending for the alternative champion. Oh my gosh, and he just goes out on the table. This is not good. American Prodigy lifeless on top of that table. Just lifeless. There's Cody Knight comes out. Cody Knight has come out here to help American Prodigy. American Prodigy can't even stand on his own 2 feet. This is bad. American Prodigy is just dead weight. Cody Knight is carrying American Prodigy with no help. Could this be a sign of things to come? There was some heat there between Jamie and Cody Knight. Cody Knight coming to save American Prodigy from the outlaw Jamie McKinnon. Jamie, still your champion. The ref's not happy. Jamie snatches the belt. And that's going to be it here. American Prodigy, we're going to have to get an update on his status here. Maybe Brian will have an update for us, but that is not looking good. He could not even walk out of here on his own. You see he lost the match by disqualification, but he doesn't care. Jamie McKinnon is out here to get respect that he feels like he deserves. He has felt disrespected by these fans. He has felt disrespect. He's talking to the ref. The ref's trying to keep Jamie away from the fans. The fans are all in Jamie's face. This is a different Jamie McKinnon, a more dangerous Jamie McKinnon. This is not a Jamie McKinnon that I I want to deal with. I would not want to be face to face with this Jamie McKinnon. Here we go. Look at this guy. Jamie's offering the fans a chance to come at him, but I don't think they're going to. He's saying it's the fans' fault what happened to American Prodigy. Look at that table just destroyed. That table took the weight of a lifeless American Prodigy that Jamie just threw out like yesterday's garbage. The ref's trying to keep some sort of peace here between Jamie and the fans. And that's it. That's going to be the match. We're going to take you back to Brian. And hopefully Brian can give us some sort of update on the condition of the American Prodigy. Maybe he has some news, but it is not looking good for the American Prodigy going into Stampede. Brian, take it away.
If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Jamie McKinnon is a dangerous, dangerous man. He has ended careers, not just with a lariat, not just with a bull rope. He's ended them with the very move you saw there. Now, obviously, he didn't even care about the outcome of the match because it cost him to get disqualified. But the fact of the matter is the pile driver is a dangerous, career-ending move. Sure, it's legal in matches, but that's just it. Only in a match, and usually to end a match. But he took things above and beyond, and he seriously damaged the neck of the American Prodigy, and now the American Prodigy is on the shelf. Now, how this affects the American Prodigy is he's supposed to be in that big championship on a pole match going into Stampede, where he's going to be putting up the alternative championship against 3 other gentlemen, but he's out. We are still going to have the match as it stands right now. However, the American Prodigy will not be a part of it. So as of this moment, the alternative championship itself is being held up. The 3 other gentlemen that are in the match are going to get their shot at that championship belt, and there will be a new champion for the alternative title. But back to Jamie McKinnon. He is still the CCW champion, and he is still a very dangerous man. I would not want to be on his good side, let alone his bad side. And I'm not even too sure if he has a good side.
I want everybody to listen to this. 30 years ago, I walked up some steps just like this, and I took a beating. And I realized the night I wrestled, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, styling and profiling and doing what he does better than anybody else, then I better pick it up. And I learned a whole lot. And then I faced the Lariat, Stan Hansen, and I learned a whole lot. And I wrestled the Freebirds, and I learned a whole lot about Bass Street, Atlanta, GA. Now, I wrestled them all. 6'9", 330-pound Sid Vicious about caved my skull and maybe made me a little crazier. Now, through all that right there, I have ended up here in CCW as the dominant force. Only me and Chris Turner have been here this long. A lot of people have came into this company and a lot of people has left. But a few more are going to leave, and I'm going to make sure on a stretcher. See, about 10 years ago, I had this thing about breaking people's arms. I'd just break anybody's arm. A referee's arm, an announcer's arm, a fan's arm. I didn't care who it was. I'd break their arm. Well, guess what? Now it's next. Now it's pile drivers. As many of them as I can give. And I'll do it the smart way. You won't suspend me from now on, but you may fire me before it's over with.
Let me reiterate one more time exactly how dangerous the outlaw Jamie McKinnon is. You just heard him. I don't think I really need to say anything. His words and his actions speak for themselves. With that being said, for this year's Stampede, I do want to certainly wish the winner of the match the absolute best of luck going into his championship match, but also approach it with extreme caution. The outlaw Jamie McKinnon is an absolute terror in that ring, and I cannot express that enough. On that note, now we're going to hear from last year's winner. Anybody who remembers last year's big battle royal, Toxic came out on top and did challenge Jamie McKinnon later on the evening, and of course he fell a little short, but he still gave Jamie McKinnon the fight of his life, because he too is really good at that. And if you've been following along for the last several months, you know that he's been in a battle, not just a war of words, but a war of matches, and now a war of contracts with the CCW Southern State Champion, the new breed, Landon Cruz. If you've been following us on YouTube, or even in last week's show, you saw the contract signing that we had in Lake City recently, where they did agree to the match. And go back in YouTube, you can see the explosive nature of how that contract signing transpired, and it's going to lead to the big championship match at Stampede. But right now, we're going to hear from the man himself, Toxic.
Landon Cruz, I'm tired of being the scapegoat for you losing your own belt. If you claim to be the man that you say you are, how about you jump that top rope February 16th at Stampede? You jump that top rope and come after me like you claim you're gonna do. Fight me like the man you really are.
Now, what I failed to mention before was there is another caveat going into this match between Toxic and Landon Cruz, and that, of course, is the championship belt itself. As of right now, the board of directors still do not know the whereabouts of the belt. I don't know. Commissioner Marshall still hasn't been able to find out. I'm not sure exactly where he is in his investigation right now, but the fact still remains, Landon Cruz is the champion. A lot of people seem to think that Toxic has something to do with the missing championship belt. The fans have definitely been very vocal about that as well too, so we don't know. And going into Stampede, hopefully we'll have some answers. And if by the big event rolls around and then rolls right through, if the whereabouts of the belt isn't revealed, then the board of directors is going to pursue further action. What that is right now remains to be seen, but hopefully we'll have some answers by then. Ladies and gentlemen, Stampede is always, every single year, a bigger and bigger event, and this year is, of course, not going to be any different. I know that we are approaching it in a very cautious manner due to the nature of a lot of the matches. I know things are getting very dramatic, but rest assured they are getting huge here in CCW, and we certainly want to thank you for being a part of it. Of course, you know Stampede is on February 16th in Callahan, Florida, at West Nassau High School in the gymnasium. Until that night, follow us on Facebook. Of course, follow us on YouTube and the wrestlers' different Twitter feeds. Ladies and gentlemen, for all of us here at CCW, my name is Brian Blitz, and I will see you at ringside.